Hi guys, this is the last Attack on Titan Sunday of this bunch. Fortunately, we had an announcement today and here's what happened. So yes, we are going to have a part 3. I think it will be amazing to have a part 3 adapting this last stretch of chapters. Most likely, if what I'm assuming correctly about this episode that we're going to see, we will have 8 more chapters, and like we are having right now, one chapter per one episode. So it's really amazing. We will also have one more opening and one more ending, and we will be able to have fun for some weeks. It's going to be released in 2023, so we will miss Attack on Titan for some days, but this is not over yet, and I'm really happy about it. However, this is really the last episode of this bunch, and it's always bittersweet to reach the ending. So I'm really emotional right now. I have said it before, I am a manga reader. And as a manga reader, we kind of expect different things from each episode. And also, we have different opinions for the episodes. We really take into account the adaptation quality. And also, there are some scenes, chapters, and panels that we are really looking forward to see them adapted. And this episode that's coming is one of those that are highly anticipated. And seriously excited to see this one. I try to keep my expectations really low because in this one, expressions and character design are going to be really important, especially Eren's expression and Eren's character design. And I gotta say, this is Mappa's weakness. Mappa has struggled with Eren, with his expression, and in general with character design and consistency. It has done amazingly tons of other things, but they do struggle with this, so I'm kind of nervous. I do expect to see many things. Right now I'm not going to say what I want to see, but I'm really expecting some panels, some scenes. I really want to see how they interpreted them. So I'm really excited, but also really nervous. Anyway, the hype is super real. Also, from the preview, we know it's a flashback, and we are finally getting to see Eren back. I know that Attack on Titan cast is super strong, that each of them add a lot of things to everything, but I do still miss Eren. It's been a while, so it's good to see him back, and it's nice always to see flashbacks. This one is super important, guys. I don't want to say much about previous episodes. It's been a really heavy emotional roller coaster. It has been really sad, really devastating, really heartbreaking. It's hard to see how far we have come and why we reached this point, and it's been quite harsh. Again, amazing character conclusions of Tio Magath and of Kid Shadis. We will miss them a lot. Amazing that Magath finally recognized what was he doing wrong, and finally said like, hey, I was making excuses for our behavior. That definitely was really important. I was so glad that they did that, that Mappa adapted it beautifully, and I'm also glad what it says about the story and about the entire conflict. So it's really something important. Like, they were making excuses for themselves and they were just fixated on the past. So we have to still keep that in mind for this part of the story and basically for all the characters. So it's good that we passed that. They are right now on a boat going to, I don't remember the name, but it's another place in the mainland, so that they can put together the flying boat and try to reach Eren and make him stop the rumbling. So that's where we are, and let's start watching this highly anticipated episode. Oh shit, I don't like this change. I don't like this change at all. Oh man, that suit looks amazing. The colors.
エレンは最初から何も変わっていない。あれがエレン本来の姿だとしたら、私はエレンの
Oh, this looks so pretty. But this already gets me emotional. Sasha didn't listen at all. Oh my god, it's so good to see Sasha again. Levi looks so handsome. Ah, they look so hopeful. We didn't have opening? Okay, I don't know. I love the soundtrack. I love it. It really creates the atmosphere. Oh man. Oh god, my heart. They are so innocent and naive. Oh. Oh gosh. John. Oh man, I love it so much. Oh my gosh. And she looks so pretty. And he looks so pretty too. Oh man, he looks so depressed. This actually is so wholesome, but makes me so sad because of the point we are right now in the... Oh god. Oh man, this is sad. This is sad. Oh, she looks so pretty. Oh man. These Marleyans assholes. Come on. This is so sad, so sad. Oh, I love Levi. I feel like crying all this episode because how we come that far. Oh, really? I can't believe they are actually blood testing them. This is just horrible. What's sad about it? It is not only about Paradis searching for peace. It is about all the subjects of Ymir, even outside Paradis, being demonized and being treated this badly. I love the soundtrack. This is so sad. He's crying. Oh man. Nothing yet. It's just such a horrible world. Oh gosh. Oh, come on. She wasn't expecting that at all. Look at her blushing. Oh my god. Ah, man. that old guy just like that. Oh man, this is so wholesome. Oh, I miss Erin so much. This makes me so sad. Oh my gosh, the soundtrack. Sacha, my girl, I miss you. Man. They they went for more alcohol, of course, and more people, sure. Oh my boy. Oh, Levi. Sasha puking in the back. I already like you. I don't know who you are. I don't like you anymore. Come on. Oh, there was some force interpreting? Oh, come on. Not even you. Oh, man. He left. I'm so happy we finally reached this flashback, but it's so sad. I don't like the placement of this. I don't like how they did this. Nah. Okay, so they're making the first half Mikasa's POV and the second half Eren's POV. Oh. So basically they started with the wine thing even before Eren agreed or not. So she was willing to go along with that. The way he looks at her. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is awful. So this is basically proving what we knew since a long time ago, and it is that there was no Ackerman bond or anything like that. Yeah, it's nonsense. Ah, man. She just cares about you. Absolutely, in an absolute free way. he can't say anything to her because he's going to die no matter what. Oh, man, that's when he infiltrated the Marleyan's troops. Oh man. Oof. He can't think about a future for himself. Oh man. He just wants them to be happy. And he can't think of a future for himself. This is such a tragedy. Oh man. I don't think that kind of stops the huge titans. I wonder where they are. That look amazing. Wow. They were swimming. Oh, so actually some of them were destroyed. Ah, but not all of them. They need to shoot again. Come on. Shoot again. These shots look incredible. The sea, the fire from the canyons. Oh no. The steam came out of the water. Oh my god. Basically completely unstoppable. And there is a city right there. Right there, there is a city that's going to be from... Oh man, the episode is almost over. I don't want it to end. This soundtrack! It's been ages since we had this soundtrack again. It was so epic. I love it. Oh man, it is just such an unstoppable force. No way to face it. Just, oh man. Just keep running because seriously. Okay, so Eren is that way. It's Shingeki no Kyojin. Oh. Oh, they redrew that. Wow, that looked amazing. I'm so happy about what they did with this part of the rumbling and Eren's design, that Titan design. It will end here. Oh, are we going to have an ending? Please, I want to see the ending one last time. We didn't have the ending. Oh god, okay. I kind of feel emotional because, but everything happened so fast that it didn't leave room to actually feel everything that had to be felt. But I do feel emotional right now because basically we see them going to Marley with hopes and see if there was a way out to reach peace that didn't involve any type of violence. And they wanted to see first this group that they called that they wanted to advocate for all the subjects of Ymir that were outside of the walls. And I think they had hope and wanted to start there, because if they were advocating for subjects of Ymir outside of the walls, maybe they could be a good start for them. But then they go there, what they say is like, we only here for the subjects of Ymir that are not in paradise. Those in paradise, they are demons, they are whatever, they are going to come for us. We have to still be against them. So the scouts and the Asumabito and Onjankopon, which is a representative of the volunteers, are having their hope absolutely crushed. And also, Eren was depressed being in that part of the world and seeing all that. And we saw some really wholesome scenes. And it was sad that it just felt like basically a situation was so horrible that somehow it forced the rumbling. Kinda wish we as a viewer that maybe they will have gone. I say they, but it was actually Eren that acted by himself. But maybe taking the other plan that was just using the walls of Chinganchina, doing a mini rumbling and just attacking the military places of each nation and like debilitating them really badly. But Eren decided to act on his own. We were also shown how he told his plan to historian Floch. Floch absolutely agreed without saying much. It's not a surprise. We saw that he also told his plan to Historia, but here things were different because she didn't agree. But he told her, you either do agree or I will erase your memories. And she said, I really can't live with that. And then he uses what she said to her back in season 3 against her. How can you not agree if you're just the worst girl in the world? Like, he's using that against her, and that's a really low blow, I gotta say. And then, and this part was really sad. He talks about Mikasa with Zeke, and we finally have the confirmation that there was no Ackerbone or anything like that. It was something that Eren made up. And you're gonna say, if Eren was the one that made it up, how does he know beforehand? Remember that Eren saw some memories when he kissed Historia's hand. Most likely that was one of the memories he saw, that he saw himself saying those words to Mikasa, like, you don't really love me or whatever, you are just following your Ackerman blood. So he saw that, and at that point was actually wondering if that was true or not. And then we have Zeke actually saying to him like, no, there is not such thing, she just likes you, so what are you going to do about it? And this is the sad part. Like, he can't think about it, he can't think about any future for himself, because one of the reasons he's doing this is for them and to protect them, and he just wants them to have happy life and to keep on living. And he knows that life will continue after his death, because he will die because of the curse. So he only has like 4 years left. And also going back to what happened with Mikasa, and he asking her what was him for her, it was really sad. I really like how it was done. And he talked about those refugees like they are just like us. Freedom was taken from them. And the sad thing here is that now he is the one taking the freedom of other people. And that is absolutely ironic. That's kind of the beauty of this story, and it's really sad that he that thought freedom and advocated for freedom through all his life is now the one that's going to take freedom from others. And not only that, but he also took kinda the freedom of people in paradise and the freedom of his friends by doing this, choosing to doing this without actually taking into account what they wanted. So in part, he's doing this for his friends, he's doing this for Mikasa, but they never got a say about it. And he took that decision from them. And that's also really sad. But like I said, it makes this whole thing really beautiful, and that is what's amazing about Attack on Titan. He was absolutely destroyed. He was completely depressed. He was in the place that he knew he was going to destroy with the rumbling. And I think that was completely shattering him and devastating him, and that's why he looked so depressed during the trip. He was going to the land that he was going to crash. It was absolutely taking a toll on him, and it's heartbreaking. And also it's really heartbreaking to see that he actually acted on his plan the moment after he saw in that reunion that there was no really space for a diplomatic way out. But also, since he has seen these future memories, he knew it was going to happen. So that's why he was telling his plans to Flock and to Historia. So the thing about these future memories is that it's not like, oh, I'm seeing the future. No, it's actually, like I said, it's a memory. So you're seeing something that already happened in the future. So basically, it's like if there was no way to do not reach that point. So he had that certainty that those things were going to happen. But they started actually to happen after he noticed that the world was not going to allow a peace exit with Paradise. And sadly, it happened in that other land, and that's why he was also so depressed, seeing just what he was going to destroy and the people that he was going to kill. Okay, this is suicide. Every time I think about it, it really makes me sad because it's really a tragedy. And that is scene about Eren cutting his leg, punching his eye, while thinking about his friends and about him not having a future. It's really really sad. And I also love how Historia says that comment about what do you think about having a shell, and it's tied to life will continue after me. So basically there is a new life coming, and he knows his life will end soon, but there is a life that will go on. I think this episode, it's a really emotional heavy, and now I'm going to critique this. I mentioned it before. Normally we have 1.5, 1.2, even 1.7 chapters per episode. Lately, and I don't know if it was because Mappa was pushing for a part 3, we were having a pacing of 1 chapter per episode. This one being the exception, because we had 1.5 more or less chapters per episode. And this one, in my opinion, was the one that needed to continue being 1 chapter per episode, because we had tons of information, tons of really emotional scenes. We had tons of emotional revelations coming our way, and there was really no space to digest them. And that's a complaint I have. That scene about what am I to you, it's just really touching and really sad. Mikasa is kind of thinking about it right now. Also, I really like what she says, like, was he always like that? Did he change? Or really he was like that all the time, but we didn't notice, or we didn't want to notice. Eren has always been this way, but as any human, he has many layers and many sides. Basically what this is telling is that even though she knew all his sides and many of his layers, she was kind of focusing on the ones that were good and that she liked. So she right now is asking and reminiscing about it and saying these things. Was he really always like this, or did he change? And he was always like that. Now I'm going to do a mini rant. I'm sorry, and I want to explain some things. I'm going to talk about the manga, but not about future manga chapters that are going to be adapted. I'm going to talk about up to this point. Why? So the first part of this episode was supposed to be at the start of the rumbling. And here right now, it kind of lost a bit of its impact. Why? In the manga, the rumbling started and Mikasa is in this new huge form of Eren and is there when she starts wondering, have I always seen this Eren? And then all the flashback ends with the maybe if I had said a different answer, things shouldn't have come this way. So it was really pivotal and important to do it in that point. Timing was really important because it's in the moment that the rumbling is starting that she starts wondering this, because it's the starting point. And also after that flashback happens and the rumbling starts moving, we have the other characters thinking about the people in Marley, about the people they met, and about the people that is going to be Crush. So also that's what adds to their motivation to stop Eren. But when you're reading the manga, you know that from the start of the rumbling, they had been in Marley, they had known people there, and they had spent a really good time and had made friends there. So of course they have a bigger motivation to stop Eren. You know, that was not in the anime because they moved this flashback, and I don't know why. And also in the previous episode, we saw Jan thinking about it. And in the manga, we knew what he was thinking about. In the anime, though, that scene completely lost its impact. So right now, I'm confused because they changed it and the impact was bigger in the manga. So instead of having this Mikasa monologue and flashback at the start of the events, we had it just in the boat. And then we don't have John, Connie, and Armin thinking about the guys in Marley. We don't know that peace negotiations and a diplomatic exit was not possible. I saw many reactors and I saw many comments of anime only saying that why they never try to do a negotiation, why they never try to talk. They did, but the anime didn't show it on time. This episode was super rushed. I was kind of feeling the emotion, but then the scene was moving and we were already somewhere else, and I was like, oh wait, I can't have time to process and digest and cry about it, you know? There is a lot to talk about this. They put Mikasa and Eren's POV together, both asking themselves if there was something that could have been done differently. But basically from Eren's POV, it was basically set from the start and it was his will to do this. We saw also at the end of the episode, he was going to destroy that city and he was thinking about the moment that everything started and that Titan was eating his mom, and he was thinking about wanting to destroy it all. What this tells us is that this is what Eren will. It doesn't mean that he's absolutely happy about doing these things, and that's why he was so depressed. And I'm going to say it's not really something that can't work together, because Eren is an extremely human character, and as a really human character, he's full of contradictions. So even though he willed this to happen, he is shattered, and he was shattered about the idea of it happening. However, he kept moving forward. And also one thing to notice, he left them, he went apart, and then we saw him again starting to infiltrate the Marleyan troops. His hair was quite longer, so from that we can assume that he spent a lot of time just wandering around Marley, hiding himself or whatever, before actually going and infiltrate the troops. So I wonder how hard that time must have been for him, just waiting in Marley, in those lands that he was going to destroy, maybe even meeting more people that he was going to kill, just waiting at the right time to infiltrate the troops. So everything is just really sad, and I kind of wish that the pacing of the episode had let me and had let us digest and feel more each of these tragedy things. This is the last reaction of this part. I had a lot of fun, and I will for sure react for part 3 in 2023. You can leave your comments. I'm sure we'll answer. I know there are some comments that I haven't answered from the previous reaction, but I will do. I love discussing Attack on Titan, so I will answer all your comments when I have time.